Welcome to Girls on Fire.
Hey guys, it's Megan and Kristen, and we're back just us this time, which is really fun. We haven't done this in a while, Kristen.
I know, I was just thinking that.
I I love when we have guests because we've been having really amazing guests on this past, well, I mean, since we started, we've had great guests, but this year we've had some really good ones the past couple months. So that has been fun to get to know all of those people a little bit better, but it's fun to just have you and I back in the saddle.
No restrictions.
No restrictions. I feel like when we have just me and you, we're like a little bit more I don't know, at least I can talk for myself, a little bit more relaxed, I guess, because I like feel like I'm like on such a schedule when we have our guest on.
I know. Well, when it's just me and you, I'm like, oh God, this can really take a hard left out of nowhere. At least when we have guests, I feel like we're pretty good about like sticking with the schedule, letting them kind of take the reins. And I'm like, God, what are we going to talk about now?
I know. I know. Well, also, I mean, you guys like we talk just before we go ahead and record this, guys, but we literally like talk about what we're going to talk about right before the episode.
No, I think we just spent the last 20 minutes chit chatting and we're like, oh, wait, what are we doing? We need to hop on and record this thing.
I know part of me's like, let's stop talking and save some of it for the podcast so we have things to say.
We'll never run out. We quite literally will never run out.
No. Well, we're gonna just do one of our normal episodes. We'll do moments of joy in a second, guys. And then Kristen found an awesome article since we're going into the summer months of just some things to be mindful of for ourselves, because I'm sure we're gonna talk about it a lot today. But I was just telling Kristen, it feels like January to me when I'm in those like winter blues, and I'm like, what is happening? Like I should be like gearing up for summer, like feeling my best. So maybe some of these things in the article will help me too that you found.
Yeah, I feel this. I'm just tired, but I think when the sun's out, I'm defrosting in the best way. Like I'm like, oh, sun, but it's like the urge to do everything that I possibly can do is like, all right, Kristen, slow down a little bit. It's
Right.
not even June. Slow down. It's barely May.
Well, I know it is barely May, but also I saw something on, I don't know, it was like Instagram or TikTok, and it was like a meme saying like, all right, everybody get ready for Mayember, like, because it's like just as busy as November and December are for everybody, like with holidays and stuff. And if you're a mom or a parent and you have kids having all these like end of year things and like events and stuff, I feel like it's even crazier. Or like with work, I feel like everybody's gearing up for summer because so many people take vacations in the summer and preparing. Like I just think we're like all like running rampant right now.
That's such a good point. I don't have kids, so but somehow I feel like I'm just as busy as well.
You have a very blessed schedule, Kristen.
Yeah, I do it to myself. It's okay.
Okay, you're just trying to get the most out of life, YOLO.
That's what John, our boss, Krieg, all the time says, life is a canvas, splatter as much paint on it as possible. And I feel like I just dropped a water balloon on it. Like it is like doom with
Yeah. That's okay. I like that kind of stuff too. It's good to be busy. But we'll go ahead and start with our moments of joy. I have one. Kristen, are you ready to do yours?
no, you go first. I always go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I actually was thinking about it. So, okay, I'm gonna say a bad and then why I'm gonna say this is my moment of joy. I don't know if you know because you were on vacation on Tuesday, but I was working Monday, and then okay, Monday was Cinco de Mayo, right? So Monday night I was like, I didn't want to go out, but I ordered Chipotle, okay, and I got Chipotle, and I got food poisoning, guys, so freaking bad Monday. It was so brutal that night. So I was off on Tuesday recovering, but this is where I get with the good. So I like finished this like really good book. I haven't been into reading as much. I've only been reading like a little bit here and there, not reading as fast as I normally do, but I finished this book so quick. And then you know how sometimes, because you like to read, right, Kristen?
Yeah, and when you're done, I want you to tell me the book so I can add it to my Goodreads.
Okay, so I got finished with the book, and then normally your next book is like, not as great. And so I was like happy that I started another book and I got like 50, 60-ish pages in and it was so good. So I'm excited. That's like my moment of joy because I'm trying to get back into reading with like summer and all of that, you know. It's just nice to like lay out by the pool and read or do whatever. And I'm excited that I'm finding like a rhythm with reading again. It just sucks when you have like a great book and then you read your next one or the one after that and it's crap. So anyways, I'm on a good book trend right now.
That's a great one. I'm in a book club right now with some of my friends, and we just had our book club actually on Wednesday for a book we read. And like we're taking turns picking. And the last one we read The Women by Kristen and Hannah, which is like very long. So good. It's long and it's like not heavy, but it's like not like a little frilly quick Colleen
Right.
Hoover read. And then I picked this one and it was First Lie Wins, and it was a thriller and it was a little bit back and forth cat and mouse, more confusing. So like we're in a good rhythm, but like I need you to tell me your two books so that I can add them to my Goodreads.
Okay, well, first, I read this book because I read the sequel to this first one. I read this first book like, I don't know, a couple years ago, but it's called The Perfect Marriage.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Okay, it's so good. If you need something to get you out of a slump, guys, read that book. Well, they just came out with the sequel, and I'm telling Haley about it, our photographer. I was telling her because at one of our shows while we were like at night, she was reading The Perfect Marriage, and she's like, "Oh my God, Megan, it's so good, all of this stuff." Well, I texted her immediately. I was like, I was at the airport coming back from a conference, and they had The Perfect Divorce, like the sequel to it. So that's what I just read was that one, and I read it so fast, but it's such a good book. So that's good if you haven't read The Perfect Marriage, because then you have both of them, and they're both really good books, like to add to your Goodreads goal if you guys do that.
Got it. Want to read, want to read. What's the next one?
Oh crap, I don't remember the name of this one. It's kind of like a fun. I'm not really that. I like thrillers a lot. I'm not a big like romance like kind of thing, but someone recommended this one book and I can't remember the name of it right now for the life of me, but I will let you know. But
Yeah, text it to me.
yeah, it's really cute and good because some of those are really cheesy, and this one's just kind of more like modern day. Like she's like an influencer that got like stuck in this like big scandal thing. So it's kind of like, you know, kind of very modern day. So I liked it. So that's what I'm reading right now.
We just ordered The Conditions of Will.
Okay.
It's like blowing up on TikTok right now. And then because we were like, we'll do like one more like good kind of book that's good for book club, and then we're gonna do something light and summery for June. So we're trying to get back like The Women, since it was so thick, took us like a month and a half. So we're trying to get back onto monthlies.
Yeah.
So we're like trying to read this one quick, and then June we're gonna pick something like easy.
Quick. Kristen Hannah, I read her The Nightingale. Did you read?
Nightingale. I actually haven't read that one, but everyone loves that one too. I have it. I need to read it. But I heard The Women, and
It's called, there's another one that I want to read by her. It's something like The Winter Garden or something. That's what I've been seeing on TikTok. I don't know if it's that, but something winter. But I heard that it's really, really good. So I have that on my list too. The only thing is like normally hers are like anywhere from 500 to 600 pages. And that's intimidating sometimes.
that's what I think ours was like for something, The Women, and it's like broken up into part one, part two. And anyway, we're going.
Oh, we're going way off.
We hope you guys like to read because we just had an entire book club. But yes, that's a great one because I'm also trying to get back into my reading because it makes me sleep better. And I've been having some crazy dreams. And I think it's because I finished my book and I haven't been reading.
Yeah, if you don't, this is what I've noticed. If I stop like going on my phone or watching TV by 9 o'clock and then I get my Kindle out and I shut the lights off, then I will like get tired within 30 minutes and fall asleep. So that's a moment of joy too.
That is my moment of joy is, I mean, mine's kind of easy. Okay, I'm so sorry about the dinging.
I wasn't sure if it was me or you, but it's
No,
okay.
it's me, it's Wallace. Sorry. We love you, Wallace, but stop. My moment of joy is I just had a very long vacation that honestly didn't feel too much like a vacation, but I did a very impulsive it started as a beach trip. I went to my favorite beach in the entire world. I've talked about it before, Amelia Island for Shrimp Fest. They have this huge festival every year where it's like shrimp themed. You go downtown and they have a bunch of different like vendors and stuff. So I did Shrimp Fest for the weekend and then got in a car and went down to Orlando and did Disney for 3 days.
How was it?
Okay, I told Jamie I cannot wait to talk to her next week. I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult in the sense of like I'm not planning my next trip back immediately. Like I'm good for a minute, but
Yeah.
I had so much fun. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Disney. I did. I
That's,
think going in May when it's not everyone else has so much going on with their kids that they're not like it wasn't too crowded.
oh, that's good.
It was hot, but it wasn't like sweltering heat. Like I was okay. And I was with annual pass holders. I could have closed my eyes and followed the sound of their voice and like we got to go here and we got to do this and oh the wait time is here and we can do that. Like they are in the app. They are like boom 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 boom. Like we stayed on property for free. Long story short, but like didn't even have to pay for a hotel room.
Amazing.
Amazing. So like the stars just lined up and we did Animal Kingdom, Epcot for Cinco de Mayo, which was
Fun.
awesome. And then Hollywood Studios. So it was fantastic. So my moment of joy was learning that I do like Disney.
You know, I am I lived 2 hours away from Disney my whole life. So I went quite a bit when I was younger, you know. So and it was great. It just is to me, it's so different now that you have to do so much planning. I don't remember all that planning you had to do before, which is driving me nuts. So that you had nice guides that knew their way around like the back of their hand, that's the way to do it. I'm sure I would enjoy it too.
And I told them, I was like, I can never go back without you guys. Like, they're like, oh, we have reservations here. And oh, we made reservations at this time, but like, let's just go ahead and go and wait and see. Like, they just knew everything. It to the point where I was like, you guys are kind of weird. Like,
Real Disney adults, they are.
they are Disney. And we were with one of my friends' families. And so her mom, they live, same thing, live 45 minutes away. And she took one for the team and would like wait in line and let us go do stuff and then hop in line. Like, so it was just perfect. I was like, and that's probably another reason that I'm not ready to go back anytime soon because I just don't know if I can replicate that exact experience. And also, it's about to be so hot. Like, it was 91 on the day we were leaving. I was like, I'm out.
That's when like now is like when everybody is going to start going, you know, when school's out and stuff, which is honestly, don't do it, guys. Like that is actually insane. Like you're basically spending so much money to go and it's brutal hot. You have to do all the lines and all of that. I don't think it's worth your money. Like go to the Caribbean.
Literally, like, and I felt like I didn't spend like too much because again, like, and we were really good. Like for Epcot on Cinco de Mayo, obviously drinking around the world. Like we would buy one drink and split it between three of us because like, oh, they're so sugary. We had 12 places to go. Like, you're about to have to wheelchair me out of there if I did that. So we just, it was just perfect. It really, really was. And I already told Jamie, I was like, you're gonna be so excited when we chit chat about it because I like Disney.
You're
Never thought I'd say it.
a believer.
I see the magic. I see it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you had a great time. I was a little nervous because you know I am a little anti-Disney, but I'm glad it was great.
Yeah, I thought I was anti-Disney too. I was like, oh my God, kind of like
Gotta,
this place.
gotta go with the right people. All right. Well, I think we're ready to do our hot topic.
Hot topic.
Which it's so funny because we always have our hot topic as somebody who is like in the hot seat with us, our guest. But now we have an article again. So Kristen found a great article. So hit us with it, Kristen.
So our hot topic is, oh, I don't even know what the article's called. 4 steps to make the most of your summer, a guide for professionals, and we'll link it. I just wanted to find us something that was like, instead of speaking about it in June, like I already feel like we're in summer, which is crazy. Is because I just did a beach and Disney trip, probably. And because it's starting to get 80 degrees out, even though it's freezing right now here, which is so annoying. Anyway, it's just nice to go into summer like prepared. And I know summer can be such a hard spot, even how you were saying, Megan, like we just feel tired, which is how I usually feel after the holidays. I don't know what it is.
I feel like our busiest time of year at MD Publishing is typically like in September through Christmas for us because we're renewing all of our campaigns and everything. And I told everybody here, I feel like I'm in that season right now. There is so much freaking going on, which everybody I know is in the same boat as us.
I think it's also because we're traveling a lot for shows. Like last year, I don't know if we took like a hiatus or it just felt spread out, but like we're traveling so much for shows. I feel like I'm booking a flight every other day.
We really are. That's what we were just talking about is our schedule for where we're flying to. It's pretty crazy right now, but I do feel like I do feel better that everybody feels like this.
Mm-hmm.
Not for
Agreed.
us.
So the first kind of bullet point that we're going to be talking about is recharge and reflect. It says, do not underestimate the power of taking a real break. Planning a vacation or engaging in leisure activities can stimulate creativity and improve problem solving abilities. I think that's so true. Like, even though my first half was a vacation, second half, not really, like coming back on Wednesday, I was obviously tired, but like it really just like it keeps you going. Like you just ride the wave of like being kind of busy or even taking a second to be like, okay, now I can divert all my energy back to work because I took such a hiatus from it.
Yeah, it just rejuvenates you, like you're saying. And even if you can't, I think maybe like planning a trip is like, or not even a trip, it could be anything, just maybe a long weekend, like you take Friday off or you take Monday off, just to, just take some time away. I think it's good for everybody, your well-being and your work, all of it.
Yeah, and especially when it's the summer months because it's warm outside, sunlight. Like I was talking to someone the other day, and like the best thing you can do for yourself is the first thing in the morning, even if you just go outside and like stand there for 5 seconds. You're supposed to let your eyes directly, not don't look into the sun and burn your eyeballs out, but like you know what I mean. Me telling everyone to go like this. Like, but like go outside and just like let the sunlight hit you for a minute and that the vitamin C, is it vitamin C or D? Whatever.
But
I love the vitamin D.
see you there too.
Sure, drink some orange juice while you're doing it, but it really is supposed to like turn on something in your brain and the chemicals to just like so even if you take a Monday off, like spend it outside.
Yeah, I saw something that there was a TikTok and it was this girl that just like went out and she's like, I go out on my lunch break just to like, feel something.
I feel that. It's so true.
She felt better is what her end result was. Like, you're just like working, working, working all day. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime, and you're like, do I have time to eat? Do I just eat at my desk? Do I go do something? I know I've said before, sometimes I go and work out. But if I don't go and work out, I will sit at this desk all freaking day. So getting outside, I think, is super important, especially now that it's summer.
I agree. When the days that I work from home, sometimes I'm like, I haven't even seen the outside today.
I
I'm
know.
like, that's crazy. Like at least when I'm in the office, I have to walk to my car. Like that's something.
I know.
But
It's crazy.
I agree. Number two is strategic planning. Um, I thought this one was interesting. It says the next step is using this time to reflect on your career path. Are you where you want to be? Want changes or advancements? Are you aiming for in the coming year? Summer is an ideal time for strategic career planning. I agree. I think halfway through the year is a great time. Like usually when I read that, I was like, oh, that's weird. I feel like it's usually end of the year that people do that, like as you're entering a new year. But summer is a good time because it's like, okay, we're halfway through the year. Like that's a time where you can really sit back and be like, am I advancing towards the goals that I set at the beginning of the year? Where can I, add to my life? Like, am I hitting these goals that I set, the certifications that I'm looking for? Did I find a mentor? Am I like, I thought that was really interesting that I'm going to start like implementing for myself, like, okay, halfway through the year, this is a good time to reflect.
Yeah, no, that is good. Actually, last year I heard something great and it said that September should be the unofficial new year because people take time off during the summer months, or you give yourself maybe more of a break, or maybe your work gives you like half days on Friday, whatever the case is, you know. And so you have a little bit more time to for yourself to reflect, like you were saying, just to think about where you're at and all of that. So instead of having like January as the new year, even though it officially is, and we put so much pressure on ourselves to have all these resolutions and goals and vision boards and all of those things that everybody says is so important to do, but you just came off of October, November, and December, which are three of the busiest months of the year. So maybe like September, if you think at it that way, like I feel like it's a little bit less daunting if you want to implement some new goals or things with your career or personally or whatever it might be.
That's such a good point. And so that kind of goes into the third point, which is professional development. Like now that you have a plan, you can start taking little steps to move forward. So if there's like online courses, certifications, like I know like you guys have to get certifications if you're in the hospital, like once you kind of map out where you're at and what you need to improve, then you can use the second half of the year to like really grind and, like you said, use September to be the beginning. That's such a good time to do that.
Yeah, I think so too. I have even been like thinking, not even, I guess maybe professionally, about, I know Wallace has done it before, those Toastmaster classes. Have you heard of those before?
Mm-mm, what is that?
Else has done it like a while ago. I'm almost positive he has, but it's going, you could go like, it's like once every other week or once a month. They have these classes in your area. If you just look up Toastmasters, it will come up online and there should be like one near you because they're kind of everywhere. But it's kind of like getting in front of people and learning how to like talk better, you know, and like communicate what you're trying to say and that sort of thing. Especially I've caught myself, especially doing this podcast, I'm always like, I say like a lot. And when I listen to it back, I'm like, gosh, I need to stop saying like so much. But that's just like one little thing that I want to work on. But I think it makes you more confident to be in front of this group of people that you don't really know. And we're all from different professions, but it's also a great networking type of thing to do. So if somebody is interested in something like that, I know in the biomedical industry, me and Kristen, we're really outgoing, but we're in sales and media and all of that type of thing. But I know a lot of people out there listening are more introverted, and I totally get that. And it is harder to like talk to people and express, what you're thinking or feeling. So I think that might be a great resource for some people out there too.
Oh, that's so true. And now I'm going to start monitoring my like count because I feel like I say like a lot too. And I say, you know what I mean? I say that so much.
Or I say 100% all the time. I hate that. I'm like,
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
we sat in the office one day, me, Sydney, and Kennedy, and we just went around and we're like, what do we say in abundance that like you pick up on? And mine was, you know what I mean? Like I'll finish every sentence with, you know what I mean? Like obviously you know what I mean. Why do I have to say you know what I mean after every single thing?
I need to pay attention. Now I feel like I'm going to hear you say it more.
I can't remember what Sydney's was. Sydney says something a lot too. I think she's like, okay. Like she does that a lot.
That's what I was just thinking, that she says okay like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. I like that. I can't remember what Kennedy's just like, I feel like she just matches whatever you do. So like she has like a few little things. Uh, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? No, you know what I've caught myself saying, because you were saying it all the time and like we talk all the time? Sister.
I do say sister so much.
Now you say sis, I feel like more, but like now I started saying sister and I love it. It's like a fun thing to call like my, like anybody that's like a girly.
How many says no, I probably start every single G chat, text message, phone call. Hey sis. It's just easier.
I know, it's just like a nice way to say something to somebody that you really like. Emily, she says slay all the time.
She's a slay girl. And I say slay sometimes. We got Wallace saying slay. Wallace will say slay.
good one. I have to think about it. It's funny to think about just the little things that we all, say. But
I feel
anyway,
like you say right a lot. You're like, right?
yeah, I know. I do say right. I feel like I say like I started noticing myself say sister 100%. I was noticing I said, oh, you know what my friends say? I say literally, literally.
Yeah, you do literally.
Literally, like I'll say literally all the time. How annoying am I? When we pointed out.
I I like literally. There's so many things that I know that I say. My newest thing that I do is that. Like if you say something that I agree with, instead of me being like agreed, I'll be like that. Like if you're like, I'm so over this weather, like I can't wait for it to be summer. I'm like that. Like what? I, it's like the best way to describe it, and it's I think maybe I got it on TikTok, probably that's where my brain rot goes. But if it's like, oh, it's mainly like things she did that.
Oh,
If like someone like shows up in a cute outfit, I'm like things you did that.
yeah, I think I've heard that on TikTok
It's
before.
such a Gen Z thing. I'm like, who am I trying to be? But so if somebody texts me something, I'm like that in all caps with an exclamation point.
So
So
what
dumb.
we learned today is that we all need to do some professional development so we're less annoyed. I don't know.
So that when I'm replying to an email, I don't say that.
That.
That. Period. Period. That's another thing. Erin Erin says period a lot. She says period after everything.
We all have these. When you really think about it, it's kind of funny to like think about what everybody says because we all have something. Uh,
There are ticks, I guess. Well,
moving
that
on.
kind of leads us into this is the last one, volunteer and community engagement, which it says finally remember to keep that personal life balance. Engaging in volunteer work or community service can be incredibly rewarding. Develop new skills, expand your network in a more casual, non-corporate environment. So kind of what you're saying, like that's a casual way to like incorporate a new, I just said like, to to get a new skill is what Wallace taught you. And it's so true. Like I feel like work-life balance in the summer is the hardest to do because you have so much probably life over work. It's the vacations, but I
Right.
also feel the summers when I have the best work-life balance because I have such a good time in my personal life that when I do get back into the office, I work really hard because I'm just so fulfilled with my summer activities and
Yeah.
my work. So
Yeah. When I saw the volunteer and community engagement, I used to do the I think it's called Habitat for Humanity. I used to do that at my old job years ago, and it was way out of my comfort zone where we were like building houses and that sort of thing. And I'm over here like, should I be doing this? Like, is this house going to fall apart because I'm hammering these nails in the wrong way? But I feel like that is one way that is honestly free, that you're doing something to meet new people. You're going out there to help the community in some sort of way. I had a lot of laughs because everybody else that was there is not a house builder either. So we're all just, hammering at this wood, hoping to God that this house stays up for these nice people that we're building it for. But it's actually really fun. And I have been thinking a lot lately that I should maybe do something like that because it is a great way to meet people.
I know I'm honestly a horrible citizen. Like I don't volunteer for anything. Like I really should though. Like Kennedy's really good about it because she like well, it's through her Mizzou alum. She's like on the board for the Mizzou alumni chapter in Nashville, and they have to do like community stuff. And then also through her church, she does a lot. So she's really good about volunteering. And I'm like, I need to do that. It's such a feel good way too. Like you same thing as working out, how we were saying it's recently we've been so burnt out with our workout classes that like getting there so hard and then when we leave we feel better. I feel like that's how it is with volunteering, like committing yourself to do something on like your 1 or 2 free days that you have, but then when you leave it's like, oh, I just did something so good.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. There's a couple ideas. You could go look for a Toastmasters class, which I'm pretty sure that they're free, and they're a great way to meet people and to, better work on your vocabulary and talking to people. And then let's look at volunteering. There's so many cool ways to do that in our community. I just need to be better about looking and doing those things.
I agree. I feel like in doing work that's not your job related really does, that's what it's saying. It like gives you like a new sense of, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we all need is what we're coming to. We're in therapy right now. We're having a therapy session. This is what we all needed is just to do some good in the world, get out of our comfort zone a little bit, to go ahead and learn how to communicate better. And then, we're doing something that's is kind of for our professional life, but even more for our personal life that we can take not even in this career or maybe your next, job or career. So anyways, we're all learning something.
Wait, I really needed this. I feel so much better. Like when we were before we press record and Megan and I were just catching up, I was like, I'm in such a bad mental space with how busy I am. Like I have so much going on. Like just came from this trip. I leave tomorrow to go to another trip for Mother's Day. Then we turn around and we're going to Denver for work. Then I turn around and go to, it's just like a lot going on. And when you travel that much, sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. So it was nice to feel like, you know what? It's all going to be okay.
It's all going to be okay. And we talked through it, guys. So if this helped you too, go us.
Yes. Comment if we helped you.
Kristen, we're helping the community. We're doing.
Megan. No, we're not. We're helping each other. Let's be real. Yeah, we hope we're helping you guys, but it's just us.
Just a laugh. I honestly hope that we can just be a giggle for you guys and you're really hard. Some of you, or most of you, have such hard jobs out there, honestly, that I don't even know how you do them most of the time. If we can just give you one laugh. we
One
did
chuckle,
we
one,
did our
one little giggle. I'll settle for a closed mouth giggle. You know what I mean? Like a
Oh my goodness. Well, this was great. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I need to just say? Is there any announcements? Oh, 40 under
Yeah.
40 nations ended, so that was great. I feel like this is going to be out before our HTM mixer, but we have our HTM mixer in Denver that we're going to be at next Thursday through Friday. So that will be great if you're there. Yay, we're excited to see you guys. Me and Kristen will be with some of the rest of our folks from our team at Amy in New Orleans. So that'll be exciting. We'll have TechNation, HCM Jobs, and MedWrench. So all of them publishing brands will be there at our booth. So that will be a good time. What else?
It's a little bit far out, but just to mention, we our second HTM mixer in Milwaukee, July 31st through August 1st. So that's another one we have coming up.
And then if you are an imaging professional, which you might be out there, Kristen and I will be representing ICE at the AHRA conference, and we're going to have a Drinks on Ice event again, which is so fun. This is our fifth one that we're doing, and our sponsor this year is going to be IAC. So that's Intersocietal Accreditation Committee. I think that's what it is. But IAC, they were at our ICE conference. They're going to be exhibiting at AHRA, and we are throwing our networking event again. So that's going to be super fun. So more information for that soon. And I think that's really it for now. I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yes, that's a show in May, June, July, and August. But of course, Viva Las Vegas is live. I'm
I know.
like, "Man, I wish I was tomorrow."
I know. We said we wish it was earlier, but it's going to be really fun. So that'll be a good show. It always is. And then of course we have MD Expo in October or no, November this year. Sorry, it's going to
Yes,
be the 10th through 12th
in Dallas.
in Dallas. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! We have so much going on. Wow.
Well, I know this is Friday, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm sure you're going to watch this next week. So have a great weekend the next weekend.
I know. I love recording. Like, we should just start doing well, Fridays. I'm like 9 times out of 10 gone, but I love recording on Fridays. Like we get to hang up, work for a few more hours, and then it's the weekend.
Yeah, it's a good way to start our day. But all right, guys, well, that's all we got for you. And we will see you next month. Maybe we'll have a guest again and we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out probably next week.
Okay. Bye, guys.